Hey, happy Sunday, everyone. I'm sitting here in the shade of an oak tree. Um, this is actually the place where my sister is buried, and it's such a pretty setting here. She actually passed away. She battled cancer and she passed away at 18. So today actually she would have been 53 today. And, you know, I think we take life for granted, you know? I was just thinking here, that we take life for granted. All of us can, there can just be a glimpse, and we get a phone call or, um, what have you. Like, I've got a friend whose boss, um, her 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 husband's boss, I should say. He recently, left the company. Her husband did, and they get a call uh, after he left the company, about a week and a half, maybe something like that. He had retired, and they get a call, and guys, that this guy was young. He was only in his 50s. They get a call, and it's just like 2 weeks before they were, celebrating my friend's husband's retirement, and now that boss is gone, and it just makes you realize that in a moment's notice that someone can be gone. I've got another close childhood friend that a couple months back, passed away, and it was totally unexpected. Basically, no one knew that he was ill, so it by the time we found it out, we didn't realize how dire it was, and I was getting ready to actually visit him in the hospital, and then just got the call that he had passed, and and um, I'm gonna switch the camera around because I want to show you guys how peaceful really this setting is. You know, let me see if I can switch that around. Actually, it's not allowing me to, so I'm gonna kind of pan behind me. There's beautiful trees all around. It's just gorgeous trees, all around here. And if you go like way back behind, you know, and it just reminds me, like, we you don't need to be laid to rest to find your peace. You know, you can talk to your maker, you can talk to Jesus, you can reconcile, at any time. And it's so funny because as I was sitting here, like, I could see the little, how little bugs come along on grass or whatever. And I was just like, all of a sudden, the thought of, creatures great and small. I look, you look on all of the graves here and there's flowers, and it's like, it's amazing how, flowers are laid, fresh living flowers are laid in remembrance of, you know, that it's a reminder that people live, our loved ones live, in our heart. And, that, we carry their memories with us, but we still have, purpose. We are still here and living and have purpose. And, you know, um, there really is a time for everything. Like the Bible says, there's a time to laugh, there's a time to mourn, there's a time to dance, there's a time to, sit right? There's a time to sleep, there's a time to be awake. So, um, you know, we, um, it's just so important to really keep yourself centered, have those times of reflection. I know there's just so much going on in the world that it is so important to savor your life, to the fullest. How you spend your time is so key. You want to be wise with your time. You want to be wise with your words. You want to be wise with your thoughts. All of those things. And I think about, my sister passed in 91. So there's so much that she didn't see. Like, that was all before social media. That was fundamentally, like, I know my parents got our first computer when I was a senior in high school in 87. It was that big clunky computer. And sometimes I stop and I go, gosh, so much has happened. Like, even if she was back here today, like, she just would not even recognize the world. It would be so different from when it was, when she parted, from the world. And so, it's when I do memorialize her, I'm so thankful that it's under a beautiful oak tree like this, and the oak tree represents, eternity. It's eternal. Like, oak trees, I've read before that oak trees can fundamentally burn, but then they'll rejuvenate. In fact, in the state of California, they're actually protected here. In a fire, even the fire department has to just let them alone, and they can be exposed to a lot, but they will rejuvenate and restore. And it's so amazing. Just even the rock formations behind here, way back behind, in the hills. These are rugged hills, that are up above here. And so, I just look around and I'm like, I'm thankful for life. I'm thankful for you guys that have come across my channel. And, this is just a reminder, as I have my quiet time, in my heart for my sister. I just encourage you, make the most of it. If you have relationships that are broken, do whatever you can, with a parent, sister, brother, nephew, cousin, whatever it is. Do whatever is in your ability. Even if the person refuses to talk to you, reconcile it in your heart. Carry forgiveness, carry joy. Don't let the world is slamming us with doubt and fear and all kinds of things. And it's important that we carry, a spirit of joy, a spirit of hope, focusing on, focusing on a place that isn't going to be taking. Because when people pass, that is a taking away. And you want to have established good memories with that person. For me, my sister was ill for a 6-year period of time. So she had childhood cancer. So she was diagnosed at 12, passed while she was 18. So we were close, but fundamentally our relationship changed because I literally went from, how sisters will bicker, to I had to, recognize that she was in a life-altering situation. So I believe that I appreciated her more. It forced me at that age, it forced me to grow up and, in a way, it was a growing up, but also it was trauma. Like, it was a combination, you know what I'm saying? The household was traumatized. We were fundamentally changed as a family. We, that was the last of any family trips. There was a lot of change, that took place at that time. And until I was a parent, I didn't realize the sacrifices that my parents were having to make, with the fact that we had, my sister was ill in the household. And then later, my granddad, my mom's father, ended up in the household as well, sick. So that was when I was about 16, is when he came to live with us. So about the year and a half before, 2 years before. So, and so we had, my sister was ill, and my granddad was living in the house, and he was ill with congestive heart failure. So, I think a lot of that is what has laid out my foundation and my passion, really, for helping people in their life. It really stemmed. I was thrust into a caregiving role, and that has repeatedly happened in my life. I later became a widow, taking care of my kids, and so that really was kind of reinforced at a young age. My purpose was reinforced at a young age of how my life has literally laid out. So I hope that this serves as really as a word of encouragement for you today, to make sure that you take your quiet times and really, if you have pain, feel the pain, recognize the pain, and then, grow from that. Say, okay, I've taken the opportunity to feel this pain, and now I'm going to turn it for something good. I'm going to do it as a result. Don't remain angry. Don't remain hurt. Don't remain fearful. Don't, remain in the places that will keep you dark. You want to carry yourself, in the light. You want to, be sure that you use these experiences to teach other people and to be a sense of support for other people, because you will be called to do that. Whatever you are going through, whatever you are facing, you will be called to be a sense of support. And you want to, you want to be as proactive in that, as you can. Life can be harsh. Life can have us questioning a lot of things, but we sometimes, it's not why, it's what we're being shown at that particular time. So anyway, I hope you guys have a wonderful Sunday, and please like and subscribe to my channel, and make it a great one. Take care.